So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 50. 24. I got you. 58.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Haskins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
4th down, here's Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Hunt. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Gonna give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 26-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And an alley to run. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Scott Miller, his first touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. It's complete to Watt. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. He completes this to Sutton. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, Green. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Haskins to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And my, how the tables have turned after that play. And you know what? You think back to 1978. Little history lesson here. Take us through it, Charles. You remember that.
I remember it well. Trying to run out the clock. The Giants, Joe Pizarczyk trying to hand off to Larry Zonka. The ball goes on the ground, and Herm Edwards picks it up. What do we call that?
Look it up, kids. The miracle at the Meadowlands. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Watson now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Watson. He's got Smith here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jonnu Smith with time running out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage? You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
That's it. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run on first down. Green. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Here we go. With the flag.
Throwing now is Haskins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Mike 53.
First throw in OT for Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Cardinals' 35-yard line.
Set. 19. Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
They'll run again with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Set. 24. 19. go. Motion. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now what can Haskins do here in overtime? He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath. And boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins, he's going to go for a big play. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it.
Mike, 53. Mike. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get in the white room.
Here's Watson. Going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, it's Watson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete.